Problems with our children's safety after 2 kids are shot and killed yesterday around the bi-state. What St. Louis County leaders say needs to happen regarding gun violence.
Focused on the future, how Missouri plans to strengthen the workforce, and the first of its kind facility being built right here in St. Louis.
And dry weather today, but thunderstorms develop tomorrow, and some of them could put down heavy rain and severe weather. We'll talk about the timing and the threat.
A shift in schedules could cause some tired days ahead. We have some pointers on how your kids can get enough sleep before heading back to school.
And packing the backpacks, the organization looking to donate $1 million to get your kids ready for the classroom.
This is Today in St. Louis, focused on you.
Good morning, St. Louis. A live look at the streets there in St. Charles, Main Street, a very historic area with those cobblestones. We also want to give a shout out on this Tuesday morning to the one and only producer Brett, back for the first time since becoming a married man back on Saturday. Congratulations, my friend.
Congratulations.
Good morning, one and all. It is Tuesday, August the 8th. I'm Randy Knott.
And I'm Michelle Lee. So great to see you. Of course, we want to say thanks for joining us, including those of you who might be watching us on 5+. And did you see it? In that shot that we usually see, we saw the puddle.
Oh.
The puddle's back.
Puddle.
The puddle's back.
Well, okay.
You know, the other camera has the tree in the church. That one has the puddle and the cobblestones.
Okay.
Well, it
put it all
always
together.
ponds in that one area, so I'm always like this. There's rain.
Now we know. All right. Well,
Anyway.
shout out to the puddle.
I'm really off my game this morning. I'm very sorry.
Our weather.
Good morning. Good
This
morning.
morning is dry, so all the puddles will be drying up. But tomorrow they're back because rain is in the forecast. But we do need a dry day. We have had so much rain, and it seems as though when it rains, it pours really over the last month or so. So this morning, the showers are staying away from us. The cloud cover, though, you see stretching into northern Missouri and southwestern Missouri associated with those storms will drift into our area today. This is our system that's moving through the Rockies for tomorrow. Right now, it's unorganized, but it will gain strength as it moves this way, producing heavy rain and severe weather for us tomorrow. In the meantime, it's a dry day today, a mix of sun and clouds, warm in the 80s. All right, let's head over to Paul Cook and get an update on our area roadways. Good morning to you, Paul. What's happening in the world of traffic?
Morning, Anthony. Yes, trying to stay focused on if you're leaving in the next 5 minutes, 20 minutes, how it might be for you out there on the road. And this is good, but could bog down here. 270 at 6440. You know the deal here. That off ramp at Ballas is closed and could back up onto the highway. It does seem that the learning curve is kind of caught up, and a lot of folks are taking notice and going to Spady, where is the absolute best alternate route. We're going to keep an eye on it. You did have some construction at Zumble where you were tapping the brakes. More traffic coming your way soon, guys.
Thanks so much, Paul. This morning, the families of 2 young children and police are searching for answers after 2 deadly shootings.
A little girl was killed in Belleville. A little boy was killed in Berkeley. Our Alex Fees is live for us this morning in Belleville with the latest on these 2 investigations. Alex?
Rennie and Michelle, those deadly shootings yesterday happened just 8.5 hours apart, and both cases on both sides of the river involved very young children. Now, the most recent one happened here in Belleville about 6:30 last evening. A 5-year-old girl was shot at a home on South 88th Street. Upon arrival, officers saw a vehicle associated with the residence there speeding eastbound on West Main Street. The vehicle was found to be transporting the 5-year-old girl to the hospital, where she later died. No word yet on the circumstances surrounding the shooting, but we do know police are not searching for a suspect in connection to that case. Earlier on Monday, a 7-year-old boy was shot and killed in Berkeley. It happened inside a pickup truck on Larry Lane around 10 o'clock in the morning. Police couldn't say if the 7-year-old boy was alone in the vehicle at the time or explain why he was in the pickup truck to begin with. Investigators do believe the shooting was accidental, and they say the family was nearby when it happened. St. Louis County Prosecuting Attorney Wesley Bell was on location. He says more work needs to be done to address gun violence.
This is something that we absolutely have to address. So, you know, like I said, we've seen at least 15% or so that are accidental, and honestly, 1 is too many. When we see a situation like this, especially with a child, it's just unimaginable what this family and loved ones are going through. So obviously, our prayers are with them.
Now coming up at 6:30, I'll tell you where you can get gun locks, free gun locks which could prevent these unspeakable tragedies with children. Live this morning in Belleville, Alex Fees, 5 on your side.
Thank you, Alex. Happening today, Missouri Governor Mike Parson will be in St. Louis to sign a bill to help out the workforce. The Intern and Apprentice Recruitment Act gives incentives to Missouri businesses if they increase the number of internships and apprenticeships in their opportunities. Businesses who create new opportunities will receive a tax credit per paid intern or apprentice. Governor Parson will sign the bill into law at 9:30 this morning in downtown St. Louis.
And in more good news for the St. Louis area workforce, today crews will break ground on a battery materials manufacturing facility in St. Louis. This is the first large-scale plant of its kind in the U.S. and will be in the Carondelet neighborhood on Idaho Avenue. The $400 million plant will make 30,000 metric tons of material for the global lithium battery industry. The facility is expected to be operational by 2025.
Right now, people in one St. Louis neighborhood are hitting the polls to vote on a tax increase to pay for more cameras and for more police. Leaders in St. Louis Hills neighborhood want to raise taxes so they can add more cameras and police patrols to their existing program. Right now, 142 cameras cover the 1.1 square mile community. If Prop S passes, the cost will be an average of $15 extra a month for St. Louis Hills residents.
Well, this morning, volunteers are coming together to make sure every child in the St. Louis area can have a strong start to the school year. Our Sydney Stallworth is live at Ballpark Village this morning with a backpack event happening in just a few hours. Good morning, Sydney.
Good morning, Michelle. That's right. It's called the Big Backpack Build. It's starting in about 2.5 hours at 8:30. And KidSmart is going to be stuffing thousands of backpacks to give to local kids so that they can start the school year right on the right foot. And these are kids who are in need financially. And the need is great. KidSmart CEO says every year there are about 90,000 kids in the metro area who are at risk of starting the school year off without the supplies they need. So today is going to be this big backpack build event. It's starting at 8:30. It's the third year of this build, and it's leading up to the big $1 million supply distribution day on Friday that's been going on for years. Today, volunteers and corporate sponsor will compete to stuff thousands of backpacks with things like pencils, markers, crayons, folders, and glue for kids. It's all for the St. Louis students in need. At the same time, Katie's Pizza and Pasta Osteria right here in Ballpark Village is having its Give Back Tuesday today, and all the profits from the restaurant sales are going to KidSmart for the next 24 hours. Now, this is all to gear up for Friday, the $1 million distribution day, and all of the backpacks and supplies will be distributed to 1,000 teachers during a huge drive-through giveaway. There's some video from last year. Now, if you're saying you want to help, don't worry, you can help too, and in exchange, you can get a day at Six Flags for a fraction of the price. If you bring in 5 new and unopened school supplies to the park, you'll get a coupon for a one-day ticket for $19.99. Now, a one-day pass is usually anywhere from $35 to $70 with parking. Now, you are encouraged to bring items like KidSmart's most needed supply list. There are some things on there like notebooks, dry erase markers, and pencils. Now, the teachers who will be coming here on Friday had to pre-register for this event. So if you're a teacher and you're watching this, unfortunately, you can't just show up. They did register online. Michelle?
It's so awesome. I think it's so awesome what they're doing. I know that everyone's really hard at work this month, but don't they have another campaign going on too, Sydney?
Yeah, Michelle, they do. For the month of August, they're doing their Push Pencils, Push for Change campaign. And if you'd like to donate that way, you can donate supplies at drop-off locations. I know Starbucks is one of those locations where you can donate supplies. And you can also round up at the register or donate at Deerberg's. They're going to ask you if you would like to donate to kids who are in need of supplies in the metro area. And you can say yes and help out KidSmart.
I love it, and it's such a confidence builder for kids too. When you've got school supplies that you want, that you like, and that you will use.
What you
Good
need
stuff.
to succeed.
Thanks so much, Sydney. In the meantime, we know the start of school is less than a week away for students in Illinois and less than 2 weeks away for most kids in Missouri.
And you know what that means, right? Getting your kids back into a school schedule.
Yeah.
Come on now. Sleep experts say you should start adjusting their sleep schedules between 10 days to 2 weeks early. Have your children wake up 15 minutes earlier and go to sleep 15 minutes earlier. Continue to adjust their bed and their wake up times in 15-minute increments every few days until they're sleeping and waking up at the desired times for school. Preschoolers, they require 10 to 13 hours of sleep.
Oh, okay.
Elementary school kids, they need 9 to 12 hours of sleep. And teenagers require 8 to 10 hours of sleep.
What about adults? Parents are so excited to send their kids back to school, by the way. Over the past few months, we reported on teacher shortages around the country, but some area school districts are having luck hiring new teachers. So these pictures are from the Lindbergh School District, which hired more than 50 new teachers this school year. Look at those big, bright smiles. And the Parkway School District held its new educator orientation yesterday. It welcomed 137 new teachers to the district. I love it. So coming up on the Today Show, how schools across the country are really getting creative now when it comes to finding new educators. That's next after Today in St. Louis, starting at 7 o'clock. Soon enough, we're going to be seeing that bus stop forecast.
Yeah.
Ooh, can I say one thing? We have a viewer named Ruth, and she texted me and said, I know that puddle.
Oh, well, there you go.
See? So some people do look forward to my commentary on the puddle.
We should have that every day.
What about the people who know the
Michelle's
tree?
commentary on the weather. What can we expect today?
Oh, shoot.
You
Sorry.
never know, really, sometimes. So, but that's why we love you, you know? Keep it exciting. Randy's grumble. You know your mic's still open. Okay, this morning we have rain that we're watching for tomorrow in the morning. In fact, through the hours, the early morning hours tomorrow after the sun comes up, showers will spread on in. And it's heavy rain, pockets of severe weather tomorrow. We will detail this in full coming up after the break.
Thanks so much, Anthony. Disturbing findings in West County. Have you seen this? The neighborhoods where a series of anti-Semitic flyers were thrown onto people's lawns.
Brawl on the boardwalk. What sparked this massive fight in the state of Alabama?
Well, AP saying bye-bye to some of its brands. The 8 beer labels being sold to a cannabis company.